Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we will start our lecture by downloading GameBoy Development Kit, which is a local C compiler for Game Boy ROMs. Basically, it is a compiler for Z80 microprocessor. Let's see from where we can download it. First, open your Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. Paste the link. I will provide you this link in the description below. Now click on the download button. Now save your file. I'm going to save as my file, and I'm going to saving my file on the desktop. Our download is started. Now the file is downloaded. Let's minimize the browser, and this is an compressed file. Now we need to extract it. I think we should extract here file. I think extract here, and now our file is extracting. Now you can see the folder GBDK, and I'm going to open that folder. But before opening, I am going to copy it, and I'm going to paste in C drive. The GBDK is a compiler for Game Boy files, and in the binary folder, in the bin folder, you will find lcc.exe local C compiler. We need to copy this address for compiling our file, and now I copy the address, and I'm going to save this address in a text file for future use. First, we make a new folder, a folder in which we will write our code, and all other file we place in this folder. I named it Game Boy code. So first I am going to make a text file. In this text file, I will copy that address, and I will use while compiling the file. I copy the file C GBDK bin and where our compiler is. Now we have to create our hex code for our sprite. Now I'm going to open my Excel file. I will give you the link in the description. You can download this Excel file. In this file, you can make your 8x8 sprite, and your hex code for Game Boy will be provided to you. I already made an 8x8 sprite of ghost character, and I am going to paste the hex code of this character. Now I am going to make another character so that you can also easily make your sprite with my Excel file. First, I have to set all the cells to 0, and I'm going to create a character here. I'm using 4 color of GameBoy, 4 shades of gray. The character name is boy, so I type the name here and my hex code is ready. Now I'm going to copy the hex code from my Excel file and I am going to paste this code into my text file. I will use these codes while I am writing the Game Boy code. So for this I just save these codes here. Now writing code in C language. To write the code in C, we have to open notepad. So just create a new file, a new text file. Open your text file. Before opening, I am going to just rename the file write code. So just to make remember that I am writing code in this text file. So while writing in C, you need to include your header file first. Here I am going to include gb/gb.h Game Boy header file and the C standard input output file. And now here I will declare the sprite data. So I am adding comment here for all of you to remember that you have to write the sprite data here. The sprite data array, basically the sprite is in the form of array code. Now I'm going to copy those hex codes that I have made by using the Excel file. You can download this file from the link given in the description below. I copy both of that sprites into my program file where I am going to write my main program. Now I have two sprite characters. The one is ghost, another is a boy. We could give numbers to that sprite. We will give 0 to ghost and 1 number sprite to the boy. Every 8x8 sprite have only one tile. So I am going to give the number of the sprite because it is only one tile, so I will giving this tile number 0. And the boy also have a one tile, so I am giving it the tile number 1. So basically our data contains the two tiles of 8x8 bits. The first tile is ghost and the second tile is in the memory is the boy. Now I am going to write my main function here. While writing the main function, the first thing you need to define is the data of sprite. So you need to define set sprite data. We are setting the sprite data for our 0 sprite. Our 0 sprite have only one tile and its name is ghost. I'm putting the semicolon at the end. Now we have to set the sprite data for our second sprite, that is the one sprite, and this sprite also have one tile and its name is boy. Now we need to set the sprite tiles. Our 0 sprite have a 0 tile. Now I am going to move the sprite 0 to 50 location in X and the 50 location in Y from the top left corner of the screen, and I am going to move the sprite 1 80 location in X and 80 location in Y. Oh, I'm going to write 1 here because it's a first sprite here. Now we use show sprite command to on the sprite layer of GameBoy processor. This command will activate all the sprite. All the sprite will be shown on the screen. And now I am going to save as. While save as, click on all files, then encoding ANSI and write main.c and then save. No, this file is saved in the C program file. Let's see in the folder. Now create a bat file for compilation our C file. Here's our main.c file that we have created. And now I am going to create a bat file. This bat file will convert our C file to the GameBoy ROM file. So again I use a text file and I just write the name make file compile just to remember that I am going to write compiling code here. You just need to copy these 2 lines. I will give you in the description. And first you need your address where your compiler is. I am going to copy the address. My compiler is in C drive and this is the location of my compiler. Now I'm going to give this is my compiler location. I'm going to tell my compiler that convert the C file into an object file, and main.object file create that file main.o file from main.c file. We already created a main.c file by writing the code. Now in the second line, with the help of object file, we convert the object file into the GB file. So these 2 lines is completely defined here. Now I'm going to pause our commands so that we can see the compiler. And now again save as ANSI, name the file make.bat and press the save button. As you press the save button, your make.bat file is created in your GameBoy code folder. Open the GameBoy code folder. Now here is your make file. Now open your make file, and now your file is compiled. You can see that your ROM file is ready to use. Open your BGB emulator. You can download emulator. I will give you the link in the description. Now load the ROM here. I'm going to load the ROM. And I think we have made some error here. Let me check it. Let's check the main file here. Open main file and see what we have mistake here. I think I made a mistake in Now I need to change this 0 to 1, and now I'm going to save it, and now I'm going to compile the file again by double click on make.bat file. Now our new file is ready. Let's check. I hope this will work fine. And now both of the sprites are shown here at the location that we have used, 50-50 in X, 80-80 in the Y. Now basically our error was here in the set sprite data. We have to set sprite data. For 0 sprite have one tile name ghost, first sprite have one tile and the name of this. Now we need to scroll the sprites to animate it. We need to use scroll sprite to animate both of the sprite on screen. To scroll our sprite continuously, we need to use a continuous loop. While one is infinity loop that is running forever. And now I'm going to use scroll sprite command. Scroll sprite 0 to -2, from right to left. Every time it will move from right to left, and the sprite number 1 will move from left to right 2 bits, 2 dots actually, in X direction. And now I'm save this file, and now I'm going to compile this file again. To do that, just run your make.bat file again. After changing the code, run the compiler again. Your file will be ready again. Now our file is ready again. Now, it was a very fast movement. Let's do it something. We will make it slow down. Now open your main file, click on edit, and now we need a delay here. Let's put delay up to 200 milliseconds. Now we put the delay of 200 milliseconds. While loop will come to this command and wait for 200 milliseconds. And now again we will compile our files. File is compiled, and now we need to run it again. Now that's was a little bit slower. You could see that sprite 1 is moving from right to left, and sprite number 2, the boy, is moving from left to right. So today we'll learn how to make a sprite, how to display them on the GameBoy screen, and how to animate. Thank you everyone for watching my video.